Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
23 yards, the final tally.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And Stroud now to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's got this down to the 35. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Young on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Right back to him on first down. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Young here, you can see changing the play.
Young gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. No No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Stroud.
That's complete. It's Collins. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Stroud. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Once again, it's Brooks.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a lot of good on that play when we see the big fella taking and rumble into the secondary. But how about the big part of it? Taking care of the football. He doesn't carry it very often, but when he does, he's got to make sure that he doesn't get it popped free. Unlike Mike Tolbert in Super Bowl 50, carrying the ball popped free, turnover, and it hurt his team.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and 7.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
in short yardage. Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Tip Ryman
taking it in from 4 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again.
Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Stroud.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now Stroud to throw off play action.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Well, now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Carolina.
Jalen Waddle, 68 yards. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mixing up the middle. There he goes left side. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 37-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4. Young going to give to Brooks.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Young will set to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 36 yards on the play.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
On 1st and 10, Young.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A good pickup there, a 22. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Xavier Legette.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Panthers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
On first down, here's Stroud.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Now Stroud. Quick slant. He's got Joe Mixon.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Mixon on the slant.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on. 19 Tiger.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
He finds his target. It's Schultz.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Stroud to throw it.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Play action. Stroud now. And that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the half. Young escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
On second down, Brooks.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young.
Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Ready?
Young, he's going to change it up. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd down, Young.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So they say he went out of bounds, came back in, then touched the football.
Can't be the first guy to touch it when you come back in bounds. That's why the penalty goes against him. Have to know where you are on the field.
2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back on the field.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
91 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try to throw now. Young.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Panthers are able to add on to that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And now out comes Houston. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. Here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defense in front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now 2nd and 5. Here is Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now Young. That is caught down inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll push. The lead up to 29 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
First and 10, Young.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Young.
That one complete to Leggett.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Shedding through the defense. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Tip Ryman, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Young now. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Young looks to throw on first down.
Got a man. That's Leggett.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Now Young going to move him around.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Texans off.
Young going to give it up on the touch pass.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game one of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for Carolina, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.